Hey, welcome back to Album April. It's April 8th, and today I listened to Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. I think most people first heard about Dua Lipa from the song New Rules, which was pretty big in 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. Then in late 2019, Future Nostalgia dropped and took over the planet. This was a gigantic album and had two colossal hit singles. Don't Start Now and Levitating are about as big hits as hit songs can be. And the cards were not for this album. This album, full of dance songs, club dance songs, came out right before the pandemic in 2020. Nobody was going out into clubs, or at least nobody sensible. But it was just an example of quality coming through in the end. I listened to it today, and I still think that 25 is the best album so far of the month, but this is a comfortable second. There are so many great songs on Future Nostalgia. The two mega hits from this album, Don't Start Now and Levitating, I both thought were okay. I never really loved either of those songs, but there are some other really, really great ones on Future Nostalgia. In my opinion, the best song on the entire album is Physical. It's kind of odd because the entire album, if I had to give it one genre, it would be new disco. This is one of the songs on it that's definitely not a new disco song. This is clearly more 80s flash dance type of stuff. But oh my gosh, it's Dua Lipa good at it. I've never exactly loved Dua Lipa as a vocalist, but this one plays to all of her strengths. Dua Lipa kind of has that Bjork thing where she can belt, but when she does, her voice gets a lot thinner to the point where it sounds like she's straining herself. That doesn't work as well in songs like Hallucinate, but it works really well in Physical, with the pounding intensity. Couple that with rock solid composition, and this is just an insta classic. I have loved Physical ever since I first heard it in 2020. Another highlight from the album is Break My Heart. That is a really good, much more disco-themed song from this album. Dua Lipa has always had a very strong presence in her own songs, very confident, very, I don't want to say intimidating, but certainly very confident and strong, and it was refreshing to see a song where she put herself in a bit more of a vulnerable place. Love Again, I think is really good. I mean, I think it's kind of overrated, but I still think it's good. It has a really good riff that, no, is not the Imperial March from Star Wars. It is a sample of some song from the 90s called Your Woman. And most of the songs here, even songs that I don't love, Don't Start Now, Levitating, Hallucinate, they all have really good moments in them. Probably the only song that I didn't really like on the album is Pretty Please. Julia Michaels was on the songwriting team, and oh boy, does that make a lot of sense when you hear it. Speaking of which, this might be the most collaborative album I've ever seen. Generally from singer-songwriter albums, you got a small team with occasionally one other person brought in for the songwriting. And this one, it's Dua Lipa and four different people, and it's a different group of four different people with every single song on the album. There's a lot of the usual suspects here. Emily Warren, Tovlo, Ali Tamposi. I'd say that my main criticism of the album of the whole is that it almost feels like it tells a story, except the story is very much out of order. There's definitely an idea of finding love after a bad breakup, but the story is just completely jumbled. I'm looking at the track list, and I'm pretty sure you start out with the bitter negative songs like Good in Bed, Boys Will Be Boys. Then after that, you get Don't Start Now, so the breakup happened. And then you get those songs that are more about trepidation, starting a new relationship, things like Break My Heart, Cool, Hallucinate. And then you get into the relationship proper with stuff like Physical, and you end it with Love Again. It's not like every album has to necessarily tell a story, but in this one, it would have been pretty easy to arrange them in a narrative way. While I certainly don't love everything about it, there is so much to like in Future Nostalgia. It's not just a bunch of good songs from a really talented artist and a big group of talented songwriters and producers. It's just a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed listening to it. Alright, thank you for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.